Welcome to the Moore Realtors weekly St. Louis real estate market update. I'm Dennis Norman, one of the brokers at Moore, and if you'll give me a few minutes of your time, I'll bring you up to date on what's happening in the St. Louis housing market. Let's jump right in with the real estate news. Here's news from this week's headlines at stlouisrealestatenews.com, the best local source of news and information on the St. Louis housing market, St. Louis home prices, and statistics for really any area in St. Louis. Headlines this week include a report on St. Louis home prices decreasing in February. However, if you take out the distressed sales, the foreclosures, and the short sales, the picture is much better. It actually shows for normal sales, home prices are beginning to show signs of stabilizing. A report came out from, I think, 4 different consumer agencies that had done an undercover investigation, found that fraud was common amongst mortgage loan modification companies. This is a must read if you're considering doing a loan modification. Here's an interesting article I did. Can you go to prison for not paying your rent? Your immediate answer would probably be no way, but it's worth reading this to see what one legislator in Missouri proposed and what he thinks should happen to tenants that are unable to pay their rent. And finally, FHA, an article about FHA increasing the charge for mortgage insurance, along with a St. Louis mortgage rate interest update from a local mortgage broker or banker. Now we'll get into the data on the housing market itself. And all the data I'm going to share with you is for the St. Louis 5-county area, which includes the city of St. Louis, as well as the counties of St. Louis, St. Charles, Jefferson, and Franklin. By clicking on the chart or entering the URL, will be taken to our website where you can get detailed market analysis like this, including charts and stats for any market throughout the St. Louis region. This first chart I'm going to show you is a chart which depicts 2 things. It shows the median home sale prices as well as the median number of days for these homes to sell. The green line represents the median sales price over the last 12 months, and you'll see there was a little peak in June 2010 thanks to the tax credits. Basically, it's been, with a couple of exceptions here, on a downward trend, but it looks like it's maybe found the bottom here this year, January through March. You can see it appears to have stabilized. And now going into April, it's actually on the rise. Now we're just 8 days into April, so we'll have to see what happens later in the month. But that's getting to be a little bit encouraging. And some articles I've written, I've talked about. While I don't think we're in a recovery, we may be at a bottom, albeit a rocky bottom of the market, and I think this is starting to show that. The blue line depicts the time it's taken for these homes to sell, and you can see that has steadily increased, and perhaps looks like it's starting to trend down now in April. This next chart is the same information, just year-to-date only, so a little closer look. And it is clear here, the green line, the median sales price, is at least trending upward here early into April, and the median time to sell is trending downward going into April here early. Now, again, we are going into the spring season, which is the best season typically for real estate, but this is encouraging. On this chart, what we show are the ratios between the price the home actually sold for versus what it was listed for at the time it sold, as well as what it sold for versus what the home was originally listed for when it came out on the market. The green line, the lower one, shows the sales prices to original list price, and we can see over the past 12 months that's pretty well trended downward with a couple of little hiccups up. However, going into April, again, we're only 8 days in there, and this data is really based on about 7 days. So at least, though, it's pointing upward. The blue line, which is the ratio of sales price to the current list price at the time of sale, is showing a much higher percentage. It was about, it looks like 70-something percent, maybe 73, 74% in March, and once again, it is definitely trending upward in April. If we look at the year-to-date chart on that, it's very clear that at least for these first few days in April, we've got a really nice start. Both these numbers or ratios are up in the 90s, maybe 92% of list price is what homes are selling for. So a positive sign. This next chart is a historic chart. This just shows what the median list prices were for the past 10 years of homes for sale, as well as the median sales prices for the last 10 years. The blue line being the list price, median list prices, and green line being median sales prices. And we can see that there was a gap here. Well, you can see where the peak was back here in '06. And there's been a gap, a widening gap into '09 between these two. And anyway, going into 2011 here, it looks like the median sales prices are declining. It actually looks like here, down below where the median prices were back 2001. That's depressing, but that is the reality of the market. We've definitely seen the price declines. And the list prices just shows, that lines up here still shows sellers' reluctance to maybe accept the reality of the market, or perhaps the listing agent or brokers either lack of knowledge of the market or willingness to overprice a listing. This next chart is the same data on a year-to-date basis, and it's a little more pronounced here. The green being the median sales price. We can see that, I said year to date, there's actually 12 months. We can see the past 12 months, median sales prices dropped in St. Louis from 140 to looks like a little under 120. However, the median list price is up here. And what I've given you here is a quick snapshot of the overall St. Louis market. At More Realtors, we have the knowledge, experience, and resources to counsel you, help you interpret the data, and tell you what it means to your particular situation. We can prepare custom reports and charts for you so you can stay on top of home prices and market activity in your neighborhood or area you're interested in buying a home on. Click on the chart to see complete market data. In addition, we publish a free monthly newsletter that is packed with information, news, and resources on the St. Louis real estate market. You can sign up here on our website to receive it monthly via email, or you can click on the newsletter here and be taken to a site to sign up. And finally, my partner, John Williams, and myself, along with our team of dedicated real estate professionals, are here to use our experience and knowledge to help make your next real estate transaction a successful one, no matter how challenging your situation may be. Click on our photos to find out more about us. And we'll see you next week. God bless.